And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time on Panzer Corps 2 in the base campaign on Operation Blue, Case Blue, Foul Blau. I think the last one's actually what it is in German. We're beginning our push. We've taken Voronezh, we've taken Rostov. The only other objective we need on the other side of the Don is Kalach, and we basically want to destroy all the troops between here and Kalach. Not just by attacking them, but by actually encircling them and taking them prisoner. Can. It is now time that the Soviets have their turn. Oh, there is actually what looks like to be sort of a Soviet counterattack materializing over there. Do need to make sure they don't take Voronezh back. Oh dear! That's not good. I think we lost a whole unit there. Yeah, we lost a whole unit there. Okay. So they've surrendered. Start sending our troops north. Well, northeast, let's say. I'm pretty sure there will be a counterattack around Rostov. There we go. I'll get them to surrender. Ooh, that did not... Oh, because they're entrenched. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem. Bring the carpet bomber in, which will help. Because we'll remove half the entrenchment. Rebase you. Get some revenge on that tank. Okay, so that should press you enough. We don't have enough here to really finish this attack, but we have enough to get it started at least. Oh, yeah, that's a counterattack. Good thing I hadn't finished leaving yet. Oh, and there's more. There be more. Okay. Yep, there goes your entrenchment. So any of the attacks should finish it. There we go. Should be enough to get them to surrender. No. Probably get one of the infantry to do it. Although that probably won't be enough to do it. Actually, merging the two up should get it to the magic number. Magic numbers, I need to do more than half of what's between suppression and strength. So right now I need to do 3. So 2 wasn't going to be enough. 4 should be more than enough. Depends on how the dice roll goes. We got 6, which is way too many. Oh well. Just means we don't capture as many prisoners. A little too effective at defeating the enemy in the field. Well, that's probably better than the alternative, which is too ineffective at killing the enemy in the field. Okay, we're going to push you around because I need someone behind to do circling over there. There we go. Because in the development rule, he does not retreat. Yeah, we got everyone but the tank down there encircled. Yeah, I don't got a response for the tank. Although everything else is... Well, we got more coming in here. We got fresh arrivals. Was gonna upgrade one of the rare infantry with half tracks. I think we're still gonna do that. I think we just lost one of the rare ones with half tracks. Any place closer I can deploy? No. It's the closest I'm gonna get. Okay. On that bridge, we'll deploy down the road as quickly as possible. The Lens have done their stuff. Most of the guys have done their stuff. Yeah, I can't get into a place where I can get you encircled. Oh, I should heal you, so you're less likely to be completely destroyed. Let's move you there. Decrease the likelihood the M3 Lee gets out of the encirclement. Let me cycle the turn. Oh, I think we're gonna lose a tank. At least the half tank. Maybe not the full tank. Oh, they're becoming more. Yeah, the AI is not as intent on getting their settlements. I may have lost one of my infantry there, or one of my, no, I haven't lost the Pioneer. The other half of the Pioneer is there. Yeah. We did lose the Fallschirmjäger. The Fallschirmjäger at this point has been destroyed. Okay. Unless I split the Fallschirmjäger up in a weird way. Don't think I did. Okay. It's a minor error, so we do need to put someone there. That's probably the best person to put there. Oh, I'm surprised I have not surrendered yet. There they go. Well, that was technically not the one I needed to shoot with that. Could have done it with that one. That one would probably be a bit better. Okay. Across the road. That's the way. Okay, so we've got you encircled. I'm gonna rush to rebase you up there because I need the anti-tank support, I think, to deal with those tanks coming in. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about up here. Let's just go ahead and pull an extra rear infantry in. Put them here and try to rush them over. And we lost the Volshmeyer. Dependable support, skilled support, 10% accuracy when providing support fire. Good to know the artillery has reached that level. Okay. And we have the dive bomber. Who do I want to dive bomb? There's an argument I can just simply destroy that one. Now let's just focus on target destruction right now. Oh, they're in... that one's entrenched. That one's entrenched too. Okay. Bring in the carpet bombers. It's gonna be the carpet bombing. I'm gonna use some carpet bombing. I should probably... get rid of the fighter as well. Did the game? Oh, yeah, there goes the game crashing. We'll be right back. And we're back after quick reload. I guess I've moved too many moves back to back to back. Twitch chat saying, oh, that's frustrating. How good is the autosaves? Good enough. So it's end of turn, beginning of turn. So we just loaded back to the beginning of turn. Which I suppose means I can do some slightly less stupid moves, like deal with the plane, fighter plane first. Before getting a dive bomber. Or strategic bomber is blown up. Well, not blown up, but damaged. There we go. And you have entrenchments, so let's remove that. You have entrenchments, so let's try to remove some of that. Goodbye, you. I don't remember what we did up here. We did something up here. I'll have to redo. You healed. I think we might be actually out of Soviet air retaliation. Although you can't move. Let's heal you. Driving up. I did grab a Fallschirmjäger, so let's replace the Fallschirmjäger. Previously. Let's try to pick the same plan. That might not be the right plan, but that is the plan that I ran last time, so we'll just repeat that. Make that one surrender. There we go. Previously moved that one there. Still do that. Okay. This time they surrendered because I actually de-entrenched them first. Make them surrender. Oh, did not succeed on that roll. Okay. I'm going to blindly use the Broken Pioneer here again as reconnaissance. Okay. Okay. Can't get you to the river, sadly. We want to push the tanks north. I think we need to. As much as I don't want to, I think we need to. Otherwise we're going to have them taking the objective back, and then we're going to have to run across the entire map again. Oh, I should send someone that direction. I don't get to see what's in the airfield from there. Do you think we want one tank or two tank? Let's actually send one down there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're out of Soviet air range up north, so I don't need to send more up there. We're not down here, because the Soviets can be from here or here, whereas the major counterattack coming in north is going into no air support. Lucky for me. And we used our planes for the turn. Okay. Now it's the Soviets' turn. So yeah, definitely based out of there. AA showing that it's lethal. We are running lethal AA. That is their recon plane, running recon there, running recon over there. Interesting saying, but your turns are pretty long. Yeah, as long as you're not too deep into the turn, or you just finish a turn if the game crashes, is not too bad. But like there wasn't too bad. We were about halfway through a turn. It could definitely been worse. You can see that on there. There is someone on there. They're going to keep operating an airfield, which actually is probably fine as far as I care. That should be enough to circles for those guys. Okay. That's a road, not a city area. Okay. The tank can encircle the infantry that's off the bridge. So like if I'm not using hotkey, it's equals. I'm never going to hit equals, so we're just going to manually click that one every time. Okay, I'll keep them from taking the hacks, which is valuable. Half surprised this guy's not considered encircled. It would be easy enough to encircle him, I think. Yeah, we can push you there, heal. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna unsuppress unless I blap you, so let's just blap you. To be fair, it's still gonna unsuppress, it's just partially blapped, so it's a little bit less of a threat. Push you to the airfield, we'll put you on a plane, fly you out. Get you where we need you quicker. Rebase you guys. Next airfield up. And then you can help de-entrench the guys around here. How aggressive do I want to be? Let's not be too aggressive. Yeah, I think we'll just leave you where you are. A little tempting to move you up, and then that's going to expose the broken pioneer. Okay. Oh, I'm probably going to lose that 88. All it takes is one serious Soviet slap and it's gone. Although it looks like they're going to be focused on other targets, which is maybe not the smartest move for them. Oh, the 88 survives. Okay, got the cavalry forces dealt with. Get you on the plane, get your plane flying out. We don't necessarily think we need you for encirclement, we can just drop you there on the next turn. Oh, we can take the biplane down. Aerial Ace. Number 2. It's +2 to area attack. Or as early as 1, which is +1. Okay. I'm not in a heavy rush to deal with that airbase. We do want to take it out of commission. Does not need to be out of commission right now. Although we do need to de-entrench, so that de-entrenches it. You're de-entrenched. Probably do actually want to de-entrench the tank, or the AT in the back. Okay, so just need 2 damage to get them to surrender. Yeah, most of this is actually going to be overkill. Unless I intentionally split a unit to make it less overkill. Still pretty overkill. These are not going to be suppressed enough to be harmless, so we're not gonna rush finish the super encirclement here. I think we'll just leave you there. Okay. So progress stabilizing the situation. Again, objective-wise, we only got 2 more hexes to go. Let's quickly do these final objectives. Soviet turn. Soviet counterattack. Okay, now I'm concerned. They didn't actually destroy any of your units there. They destroyed halves. There's one advantage to keeping them in halves. Takes to a minimum 2 attacks to get your units completely destroyed. That should be enough. Ooh, wasn't enough. That should definitely be enough at that point, at least. Here we go. My copper armors in range? Yes, they are. Go carpet them for me. Here we go. They're encircled to take a little more suppression. We can get them surrender next turn. So we got the big fight up here, which is the counterattack around Vornish, which I have yet to deal with. Although in some ways they have been screwing themselves more. I really need them to. That button, that's not quite giving me the range I was hoping for. Still enough to encircle the guys up here. Okay. Get you there, which we'll do. Then can allow us to put them there. Can you shimmy over one? Yes. That means I can shimmy you over there. You take a step forward. Okay, all the remaining Soviets are now encircled. It'll be a little fiddly trying to get them all to surrender one after another, but yeah, it's part of what makes this game fun and interesting. Okay, I have a Dawn Bomber that we aren't gonna bother using. I got a full Sheminger that... Can I disembark you? I can. Okay. There. You can actually set up in that town. Okay. Yep, let's give the Soviets one more turn. So we can then destroy the remaining encircled forces. Mind carpet bomber range for suppression, yes. Kalach appears to be as well. Do a shaman of range for the artillery. I haven't suppressed you enough. We'll have to take another turn on you. Although, this would have been the first turn anyway, so we have to actually take a turn on you, let's say. Okay. Pop up over here. We can push you there. Enough firepower to take you out? No, so we'll have to push like that so we can get one of the anti-tank ones to come in. Do the duty. And that's the other half. There we go. That group completely surrendered. There we go. Lots of prestige. I should rebase these guys closer, ideally. Guess I need to use them. Same with the dive bomber. We definitely don't need to use the dive bomber up there. I think we've destroyed that counterattack at this point. Okay, we're gonna cycle the turn. We win this mission, we take Clutch. I think there's like 2 units left between us and Clutch. I'm wrong. There are 3 units between us and Clutch. Those are both in range for suppression from the bombers. And they're both encircled, so they're not going to be able to re-entrench nor remove that suppression. Take an opportunity here to merge the units just so they're a little less likely. I don't think there is any more units coming in, but that should make it a little less likely to get blapped if I'm not paying attention. I think we've captured everything on the map, except the objective. Yeah. Oh, you need to be de-entrenched. This is a small gun, so it does less damage. There we go. Mission over. Let me do a quick review of the battlefield. That might have literally be every last Soviet. Yeah, we completely destroyed the Soviets on this map. I didn't realize quite how many counterattackers there were around Voronezh, as I would have probably taken up defensive positions after we took the city there. Oh, no, I left 1 hex. We left 1 Soviet intact. Yeah, those guys will be partisans later. Let's just say. That's the mission. That is Operation Blue or Case Blue. In Twitch chat saying nice. Twitch chat's asking, are there awards or leaderboards for how many turns you finish a mission? And no, not that I know of. You do get more, you get like bonus prestige at the end of the mission.
My wits end with frustration. While the right flank of Case Blue speeds across the Caucasus, our left flank has come to a virtual standstill on this city of Stalingrad. Sixth Army has been mired in urban combat, while Soviet forces are constantly pouring into the city from across the Volga. High Command and Stalin seem to be treating this battle like a personal contest. Neither side will back down. I want you to get in there and take charge of the situation.
Next time we'll be in Stalingrad.
Launch a new frontal assault against the city, breaking through here if you want to secure an airfield for your light bombers. From there, you could interdict Soviet reinforcements as they cross the Volga. But your main task is to go block by block, house by house, and clear out the defenders from every hole they're hiding in. Expect nothing short of brutal close quarters combat, so prepare accordingly. Once you push the Soviets out of the city center, you will need to finish the task by securing the extensive dockwork stretching from here to here. Bite the bullet and take control of this city, whatever the cost.
This is Stalingrad. And we got another hero that's providing first strike. Okay. I think that's the second one we've had that's providing first strike. So this is Stalingrad. It's supposed technically between here and Case Blue. It has skipped a little bit of fighting. So at this point when we're doing the attack into Stalingrad, historically, Stalingrad is encircled. Obviously, this is the Don, or this is the Volga. So the Don is actually to our west. Kalach, which I just took, is actually, I think, the rail position where we're getting supplied from for this, historically, on this mission. Just prior to the attack on Stalingrad here, part of our army would have actually cut the Soviets off north and south of Stalingrad on the Volga. So the Soviets control the east bank of the Volga, and we control both north and south of Stalingrad, basically up to the Volga. Technically, it's pretty marshy south of the Stalingrad, so it actually doesn't quite go to the Volga. But historically, the Soviets have their work cut out in Stalingrad because they are sort of caught in this leaky encirclement historically, because all the reinforcements coming into the city have to come by the ships here, by the ferry, into the Volga ferry here. As far as Panzer Corps 2, the base campaign, is concerned, this is one of the two missions that you have to complete the bonus objectives on to go the alt history path of winning the war. So the primary objective is control all the main objectives. So the Red October Factory District, Mamiev, Kurgan, sort of hilly area here, Central Station, the Southern Station, and yeah, control of those. Historically, and I think historically speaking, the Germans do actually take all those locations. And then historically, the Russians managed to barely hold on along the coastline here. And at some point, I believe oh yeah, you can see in the Red October Factory District here. Historically, the Soviet pocket actually gets cut in two, so there's a bit of fighting. The city actually keeps going up this way a little bit, historically. So the Soviets are stuck in a pocket up here, and a pocket from basically here to here. And historically, the Germans lack the capacity to completely destroy the pocket. Although, I say lack the capacity. The Soviets have or the Germans historically probably had the capacity to eventually close the pocket, but it was attritional fighting. It was something that the Germans were coming off better than the Soviets in the city. Like they were getting rid of like 5 Soviets for every German they were losing. The problem is that it was slow, because the most intact German units are actually holding the farther off the map here, holding the main. Yeah, let's say the main Russian forces from breaking into the city off. So they weren't ever able to be brought in to fight in the city, and the forces that did do fighting in the city were quite exhausted from getting here. Again, there's a little bit that this battle between the last battle we just fought and this battle, there is a small campaign between those two, fighting from Klotch Gap to the encirclement of Stalingrad. So most of the forces that are actually going into the city are exhausted and depleted. But yeah, so the next mission will be Stalingrad. And yeah, it's brutal city fighting. It's going to be tempting to bring a few tanks in, but it's mostly going to be infantry, probably pioneers, lots of pioneers, and artillery mostly, because we got to basically dig them out of the city. And yeah, the bonus objective is basically get all the bonus objectives. So these are considered supply hexes. IRL, obviously, all the supplies coming in via the ferry crossing, and stockpiling. Although I suppose that's what these could be representing as places where the Soviets stockpiled supplies. And honestly, this city looks probably at this point in the battle, this city would not look this intact. Let's say the Germans were bombing it day and night. Well, mostly during the day, but doing a lot of bombing. Do we have any fresh units for this upcoming fight? No new infantry. We do have a new tank. We got the Panzer 3L. Given that we're doing city fighting, yeah, it's a new Panzer tank. It does, again, as all the tanks do, has overrun. Probably not worth fielding. Yeah, probably not worth fielding. Given what we need, the Panzer 3L is not an improvement on anything we've got. We're just better off the Panzer 3G, unless we really wanted to save those core slot. And in this fight, if we're bringing tanks in, it's very tempting to bring in the Panzer 3Ns here, because they have the enclosed armor. When you're in city fighting, you fight with closed armor. Or bring in the Flam Panzers and burn them out. Oh, we do have a new armored car, so we can upgrade the armored car. Which is an upgrade. Notable thing, no enclosed defense, although none of our tanks have, or none of the armored cars have enclosed defense. So we're always going to be struggling in the close terrain. New anti-tanks, although we're probably not going to use them on this map. This is not really a tank map. The same thing that makes it bad for our tanks makes it bad for the Soviet tanks. But yeah, we can Mar-3s, Stug 3s. I suppose if we were running a Stug, that's probably the Stug we'd run. Yeah, probably run the Stug 3F. We were running a Stug, running a tank, self-built ATN. No new AA, no new artillery. No new planes. Okay. So the new equipment is we're probably not going to use this map. We do have some new equipment. We're just not going to use it. In fact, I probably will. Because it is at least a firepower upgrade. We'll probably upgrade the armored cars. We have 3 armored cars, we'll probably upgrade all 3. That'll probably be 3 upgrades for the mission. More initiative. If we don't get them caught in close terrain, more armor, and more firepower. But yeah, next time we'll be Stalingrad. This is where we're going to head and bring this mission to a close. And then Twitch chat did bring up, is there any, as far as I know, there isn't a leaderboard for the mission, but there is bonuses for finishing early. you get additional prestige, right? So you get prestige per turn in the game, and normally every turn you complete, you get some prestige, basically representing the slow reinforcement rate that you're getting. If you finish early, you get a bonus percentage of all the prestige that hasn't been awarded for the remaining number of turns, with a bonus on top of it. Which decreases every turn. So the sooner you can get the mission done, the bigger the reward. And then from a combat standpoint, this is a mission. We got to control the main objectives. So Red October Factory, the Heights at Mary Krugen, Central Station, Southern Station, and then all the bonus hexes here on the west side of the Volga. And with that, that's what we're going to be ending this episode. Again, a bit of a short stream. The next stream of this will be a three-parter. It'll probably be a three-parter. It might be Stalingrad. Stalingrad is a long enough map, and it can be a bit glacial at times because of the city fighting and the number of Soviets that might be in here. We are blessed with some troops we don't have to care about, although not very many. And we randomly have a strong point back there. Okay. So that is denying us from losing supply. Okay. So yeah, I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up, or probably will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go over the upcoming schedule. So tonight was Panzer Corps 2. Tomorrow will be Shadow Empire. The day after that will be Terra Invicta. Friday, we will be back to do Panzer Corps 2, which will be Stalingrad. And Saturday will probably still be... Well, probably the schedule is going to continue as sort of planned on the 3-day, 3-game, 3-night cycle. So Saturday will be Shadow Empire. After that, Sunday should be Terra Invicta. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, when it comes out, this night coming up should be Terra Invicta, because that's normally 2 days recorded ahead. And that Sunday will be when we start the transition back to a 4-game, 4-night, 4-part schedule. So that should be a 4-parter. And then yeah, we'll see how many parts we do on Friday, Saturday. We may do more extra parts depending upon what maps we've got. But yeah, that's the upcoming schedule. I hope you have all enjoyed. And Twitch is saying, an early ending today. Yep, a little bit of an early ending. We had a long stream last time. We ran 4 parts in the three-part schedule, so we're letting YouTube catch up a bit by doing 2 parts today. But yeah, and ending early tonight. And thanks for saying thanks for the stream. And with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.